everyone, this is Sin and welcome back to Stampin' Munchkins. That was a quick look at what we're making today. These are the stamp sets that I received. The first two I'm showing is from an older release. This four are from the newest release in August, and I'll not be using the Halloween one showing now, but I am using the other three, all the leaves and acorns, and I'm stamping them up on Nina 80-pound Classic Crest Solar White using Memento, as I'll be using COPIC pens to color these images in, which I won't be showing because it's a hop and I don't want it to be too long. And they're all fussy cut out because I didn't want a border around them, and my scan and cut was acting finicky. So I used a black marker to color the outside. And I'm using Lawn Fawn dies to get the grass hillside and the outside in something stitched frames. And I'm doing using the frame for the grass so I get the stitching on the outsides. I wanted them to be a little darker. I used the Lawn Fawn pattern paper. So I'm using the Forest Moss Distress Ink pad to get some color onto the grassy hillside, darken it up a little bit. And I'll be using Rusty Hinge. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm using I'm doing some splatters so that it has some texture. But all of this is it gets hidden, so it doesn't really matter, but I did it anyway. Now I'm using Rusty Hinge Distress Ink pad to darken up my sky part. And I'm using autumn colors because living in Hawaii, we don't really have seasons. We don't have leaves changing or anything like that. So this is what I envision it would look like. And I had the bright idea of using my Lawn Fawn cloudy stencil to build some clouds, but you couldn't really see it using the Rusty Hinge. So I'm going to bring in the Aged Mahogany Distress Ink pad right here, and I'll be using that, and it helps a little. It's still subtle, but I didn't want it to be super harsh, so it worked out perfectly. And I'll be doing that all the way down to the bottom, and I'll be coming back in with the Rusty Hinge and darkening up the light part, and you'll see that in a few seconds. I'll talk about this hop. It's a scene building hop using Not2Shabby stamp sets, and I had so much fun. I just love Jamie's images, so that's what I'm showing here. Everything will be linked below for easy shopping, and I would highly suggest you to buy things from Jamie's shop, Not2Shabby, as it's wonderful. Shipping is quick, and again, everything will be listed below. I put some water on my cloud stencil as I had some leftover aged mahogany, and I'm using that to splatter onto my scene. Now I'll be gluing down the grass portion on the bottom. I'm building up my scene now. And everything will be flat to the panel except the pumpkin and that little strip there. And I thought I needed a tree to have the leaves falling down, so I used my Lawn Fawn die. I think this is a portrait. Anyway, I'll have everything listed below. But I really like this tree, and I just cut it out in the same paper pad using the brown, and now I'm using ground espresso oxide ink to darken it up a little bit, to get it a little bit more to blend into all the blended designs in the panel. I'm going to be using 3 of these leaves, but I'm also darkening it up a little bit. And oh, I forgot to mention there are giveaways. So make sure you expand the description below because everything will be listed there on how to do the giveaway. And I'm attaching the tree using again my Lawn Fawn glue tube. Sorry, my dog is dreaming and making noise. Sorry about that. So I'm attaching the leaves that I colored and cut out. And I know that they're maple leaves and they all don't match, that it wouldn't come from the same tree, but I just attached them anyway. This is a fantasy card, so I can do whatever I want. I really like how it turned out though. But anyway, the giveaway is open internationally, so make sure you follow the instructions in my description. And again, check out Jamie's shop, Not Too Shabby. The links will be below for these stamp sets and other goodies. So I'm attaching everything. I'm creating my scene. I put my tree, I put the leaves. I like this big maple leaf on the bottom, and attach the acorns. I did change the pumpkin spice by taking off the small acorn and the leaves, and I just added these acorns to it. So you can do that with your stamped images. You can change how it looks by cutting parts off. So now I didn't like the way the brown leaves look, so I'm just using my COPIC pens to color them in brown. And I used 2 browns for that. Again, all the COPIC colors will be listed below. And that's it. And now I'm trying to figure out which saying I should use. And I decided to go with Happy Fall. And should I put it on top? But I decided on the bottom. And I'm using my VersaFine Clear in Nocturne to stamp that. And I did stamp it twice, but I only show it once here. I really like the font of that Happy Fall. And now I put a fun foam behind the panel so I could pop it up a little bit. And I'm just gluing that to the back of the panel, and I'll glue that to the card base. And after that, I'll be using my Sakura 10 point white gel to get some highlights onto my images. And I rub it on my fingers so that it starts flowing clearly. And I just do that on all the rounded areas. No rhyme or reason. I'm not very good at this, so I have to think about it a little bit. So just some curled edges and dots on the images that I think needs it, on the curvy parts. And then I'll come in with my Wink of Stella clear to add to my cupcake icing and the whipped cream on my drink. And you can't see it in the video, but it has a nice shimmer to it, which I enjoy. So here's the Wink of Stella on the whipped cream and the cupcake icing. And I colored that in warm gray so that it looks white, but you have to give it some color. So here's my finished card. I really like how this scene turned out. I had so much fun using the pattern paper, which I don't do enough. And it was a lot easier than starting off with a white cardstock, as the color was already there. So I hope you enjoyed this card. Don't forget to check the description for all the details of the giveaway. And please subscribe, like, and hit the bell. Here's a video and playlist you might enjoy. And as always, click on my face to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.